spin on digital highways. Lenny's at the helm through neon lit byways.
Welcome back to Alternative Reality Gaming. I'm your host Lenny, and if you're lucky, one of my furry co-hosts will join us today. Your stream will begin shortly. Enjoy. Alright, welcome back. We are going to be playing some more Euro Truck Simulator. Let me fire up Maya here.
All right, what fresh hell are we diving into this time?
Oh, I see how it is. We are actually going to be diving into some fresh hell, playing some Euro Truck Simulator 2. And it looks like we have a ventilation shaft going from Terni, Italy, all the way to Liberty Bay in myGotopia, which is part of a mod from GrandUtopia.
Wait, hold up. Ventilation shaft, 600 kilos of it. From Turin to Liberty Bay, huh? That's a decent chunk of Italy to crawl through, even if you're not going full speed. Is this one of those mod maps that's actually cursed, or are we talking decent roads with just weird delivery points?
Uh, Last time I played it, it was actually a really good map. I don't know. I haven't played it in a long time, so we're gonna hope that it's pretty solid. I have to go pick up the load first.
Right, so Turin first, then we'll know if we're about to crawl through something or if it's just a standard drive. 600 kilos is definitely heavy, more like a really dense cargo than a typical delivery. Just hoping these Italian roads can handle a giant ventilation shaft from somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It was only 4 tons though. It wasn't really all that heavy.
4 tons of ventilation shaft, that's not terrible. Though you still need the right rig for it. I'm curious about myGotopia. Is this one of those map mods where the borders get really creative? Like, is Liberty Bay actually next to Romania, or is it just somewhere in Europe? Wait, are you on a break from Italy yet, or still in Turin?
I'm still in Terni, and we're gonna have to drive from Terni all the way across to the coast of France, and then we will hop on a ship that will take us over to myGotopia, I believe, or GrandUtopia. I'm not sure exactly where it takes us over there, but it is a fantasy French island that was made up as a mod, and the mod creator did a really good job. It would be very believable to be a real city if it was, but it's not.
Oh man, Fantasy Islands in ETS2, so we're going coastal France first? Nice bit of real world driving before we jump on the ferry to nowhere. I bet the island itself will look gorgeous if the creator did it right. I love how some modders get you almost there and then poof into some fake coastline town they've built from scratch. This will at least give you scenery variety between Turin and basically somewhere fake. That's probably pretty convincing. Where's Elise at this? Still sleeping it off?
Actually, I think so. I think she's in the kitchen sleeping.
Huh, the Feline Defense Force must be on a different shift today. They only show up when the real chaos goes down. She's probably napping through the Turin part of the trip, waiting for something to crash, spill, or generally create some mess she can supervise. All right, crossing into France soon?
Nah, I'm just picking up the trailer now. I haven't even hooked up to it yet. I want to see if there's any other ones that are leaving here going somewhere cool, but I think that's the only one. It's paying like garbage, but it's whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, garbage money, but a 6-hour haul plus whatever Fantasy Island chaos sounds worth it to me. I bet that modder did a decent job making the delivery worth it, at least visually. Plus, sometimes the janky quests are more fun, like what if the drop-off point is literally carved into the side of a mountain? The worst way to spend a weekend, right?
Um, I mean, I I don't know. I can't even remember if I've delivered to Liberty Bay or not. I've done most of the GrandUtopia mod, but it's been a long time, so I really don't remember.
Right brain's gonna be a mystery until you get there. Some cities in those mods are decent. Some of them are basically 5 buildings repeating with different paint jobs. Hopefully it's not the latter.
I do want to discover some cities along the way, which usually requires me to like drive through them, which sucks because it's going to add on quite a bit of time. But that is what it is. Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. And so I am just kind of redirecting the GPS so that it takes me through uh, some of these cities a little bit more directly.
Yeah, the slow routes in cities usually means you're getting traffic lights, roundabouts, pedestrians trying to dart across the whole chaotic glory. At least you can rubberneck at some scenery along the way. Well, here's the thing. Is the island worth adding another hour or two? Or are you just committed to the chaos at this point? Also, how many of these cities have they remade? Like, are there working trams or is it just empty storefronts with Italian signs?
Empty storefronts with signs. Like it's not like super detailed, but it gets you the gist of the area without getting too crazy. Because if they went any crazier than they did, the game engine wouldn't be able to handle it. It's too outdated.
Right, the sweet spot between convincing and don't crash the whole map. Smart move, keeping it simple but functional. You gotta give them credit for not trying to put real people everywhere. Those maps that attempt full towns with 100 wandering pedestrians end up looking like a nightmare. French countryside is looking Frenchy enough to hold your attention, though?
I mean, I'm still setting up the trip in the GPS to visit as many cities as we can. Um, it's not the easiest thing to set up. It every time I try to delete a pin, I end up somehow re putting one down. It's kind of infuriating to be honest, but um, sometimes it does what you want it to, other times it doesn't.
The classic ETS2 GPS rebellion. It's like the game is actively trying to tell you, no, you didn't ask for this detour through that tiny mountain village. At this rate, you might finish the delivery in 2026. On the bright side, at least your Italian ventilation shaft adventure has become a scavenger hunt for the GPS that might or might not work.
All right, so I got it all set up, and according to this, it says that the trip itself is gonna be 2,136 kilometers on land and then 1,018 kilometers by ferry, and should take 66 hours.
66 hours. Oh, nice. A 3-day vacation in virtual France. And you're actually planning to like split it up into multiple streams like you've been doing? That's ambitious. Like 3 consecutive 24-hour streams with cats and crones? That's some hardcore commitment.
Yeah, I mean, I can still pause it and get up and walk away and stuff like that. I don't have to always do it in one stint. But for some reason, the load isn't moving, even though, did I not hook up the trailer?
Ah, technical difficulties already? Did you check if the
There we
load
go.
even shows
Yes.
up in the...
I
Nice,
just
fixed
hadn't
itself?
hooked it up correctly. I pulled up, got this trailer like latched, but not fully like legs up and all that stuff. So I was like halfway there.
The halfway connection. So you at least have the cargo secured now. Good to go. Are you actually going to go for the full 66 hours in separate parts, or are we making this a multi-day ordeal that gets broken up whenever Elise decides she's had enough?
I mean, I guess we are getting kind of close to the time where everybody eats with, I don't want to say that, like the actual word, because then it might start freaking out, but so I might have to take a break to feed them, but that's about it. I got some time tonight.
Dinner run for the Feline Defense Force Classic Disruption. Though, Avor and Elise might sabotage the stream if you don't hit the food drop precisely on schedule. So we're looking at about, 7-8 hours tonight? Then you tackle another leg tomorrow?
Well, I mean, oh shit. I guess real time, it says it should take 3 hours and 40 minutes.
Wait, 3 hours? The ferry's 1,000 kilometers? Hold on, but you just said 66 hours total? Something's gotta be wrong.
So
Because
you got
unless
the
you're...
in-game time, which is 20-to-1 scale, and then you have real time. So they don't really count ferry time because it's instantaneous. So as soon as you click it, you go from France to GrandUtopia. So that really is 0. They only really count the actual driving on land, and yeah, that's gonna be like 4 hours.
Ah, right, the in-game time versus real-world chaos. So, like, 1 in-game hour equals 12 minutes in real life or something? Makes sense. 3 to 4 hours total. Not terrible if you're planning to
I
chunk
think
it.
it's every 4 minutes in real life is an hour in the game.
Oh, wait, so 20 to 1 to have... That's 5 real-world minutes for 1 in-game hour? So 4 minutes? Gotcha. So the trip should only take about, 15 to 20 minutes then? From Turin to France then, the fantasy land. That's actually a surprisingly quick run, if that's accurate. All right, we're actually rolling across France now.
You butchered it really bad. So if it's 1 hour is 4 minutes, and I'm gonna be driving for 66 hours, you would take 66 and you would multiply it by 4 to get the actual amount of real minutes.
Oh, snap. You're right. I did mess that math up horribly. 66 times 4 is 264 minutes, which is 4.5 hours tops. Not what I expected, but you make your deliveries however they'll have them, I guess. All right, we're really hoofing it through France then.
Right now
You've
we
gotten
are
quiet.
still in Italy. I do have the trailer hooked up. We are just outside of Terni, about to get onto the A1. We're not even on the A1 yet.
So we're still Italy adjacent then. Figuring out the on-ramp to freedom at Attorney. Still getting your French countryside journey set up, right? That GPS fighting you again?
No, but I'm driving in all the lanes because now I'm used to having that wide load. So I was just driving like an idiot.
Ah, yes, the oversized load. I can take up 2 lanes at once method. Hope no Italian cops notice. You'd think they'd have enforcement for that in real life.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the police here in Italy, to be honest.
We're probably relaxing with their pasta somewhere. Nice of Italy to let you bulldoze through in a giant vent shaft without any drama. All right, moving closer to the French border at a reasonable pace now.
I'm about to get on the highway and I'll be doing, I think, 70 kilometers per hour if it allows me to.
70, it is. So
Oh,
the
we got
highway
80,
stretch...
so we can do 80. And what about the highway stretch?
80 in most areas should be chill as long as the speed limit enforcement isn't too aggressive. So France is just on deck. Are Elise and Evora settling into their game watching positions or waiting for dinner to hit?
Careful, you can't say that too loud. They hear you. I'll have to go feed them.
Ha! The feline defense force has enhanced hearing for the food trigger. All right, I'll lower my voice. No mentioning the C word, lest we risk an early dinner run. So, about halfway through Italy, feeling the European countryside vibes yet? Or is it just mostly concrete until the French border?
It looks like so far it's concrete and road construction, but luckily the construction's on the other side, not my side, so I am free.
Lucky. Construction on the other side means you only have to dodge their debris. Mentally, actual debris is way worse. France should be up ahead then? How many more kilometers to freedom?
That is a very good question. It's telling me... Oh wait, no, that's how much is left on the tank. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's screw around and see if I was to hit a moose with the truck, what would win, the truck or the moose?
Oh, nice diversion. A moose at 80 kilometers per hour? Honestly, both lose. A moose loses spectacularly. It's just not built for that impact, even if it runs. But your truck's gonna need some serious frame realignment. Definitely one of those nobody wins scenarios where you replace half the grill. Are you worried about wildlife in France, actually?
I'm always worried about the wildlife. It always seems to be kind of out to get me. I don't know. But actually, I haven't seen any animals in ETS2. As we're about to pass up some cows, I was like, I haven't really seen them. We do in ATS because of all the farms and stuff like that, but ETS2, I haven't really seen it as much.
Ah, French cows just strolling through. So you've never hit a Europe.
I don't drive that fast.
Ah, yeah, Italian cows then. Slow and steady wins the race, I guess. France still hasn't shown up yet then? At least you've made it through Italy without the big crash. So, 3 more hours of this for the entire trip? That could be a productive stream, or you could just vibe through France.
3 more hours of you not knowing where we're at? Oh no.
Touche. So, you want a proper narration for the scenery? Or just me throwing out random observations about concrete and cows while we wait for France?
How about you make up laws for truckers in Italy?
All right, here's the thing. Italy is famous for 2 things: traffic and espresso. So, I'm decreeing all Italian truckers must begin every haul with at least 2 double espressos, but no sugar. They say it makes you slow. Also, anyone caught drifting through 2 lanes loses 5 days worth of pasta. And if your horns aren't used at least 30 times per journey, you get fined for not expressing Italian aggression enough. Also, all vehicles must randomly blink their lights while driving to confuse tourists. That's the law. Are we still in Italy, or have we made it to France?
I'm still hearing horns everywhere, so I think we're still in Italy.
Good sign. Well, those laws aren't going to enforce themselves, so you better beep the horn too for compliance. At least the chaos feels authentic. Okay, are we closer to the French border yet, or did Italy keep adding more cities?
I mean, we're always getting closer to the French border, as long as we're heading in that general direction. So, yeah, we're definitely getting closer, for sure.
Fair enough. You're trusting the GPS after all that chaos this morning? Sooner or later, France will appear. Probably after another dozen kilometers. At least the radio's playing something good.
When I cross over into France, what made up laws should I worry about there? Any new ones there that I gotta worry about?
Ooh, France gets weirder. Rule number 1, if it's raining and you're on a country road, you're legally obligated to honk at every bicycle you pass, just because. Rule 2, anyone delivering wine must do a dramatic tasting at every intersection. Rule 3, every truck cab must contain at least 5 types of cheese, and you must refuse to share them with anyone. But rule 4 is never acknowledge anything as annoying. Just shrug and drink a cafe au lait. You violate any of these, and suddenly your cargo manifest turns into poetry, and the paperwork has cats written across it. Are we there yet?
Speaking of cats, I brought my cat with. They're in the back actually in the sleeper. Do I have to make them wear pants if we leave the truck?
Oh man, French laws about cat attire. You'd think they'd have special regulations about dignified feline behavior. Actually, cats caught roaming outdoors without tiny berets are arrested for lacking continental flair. They're released with formal complaints about poor fashion choices. Elise and Evora might riot if they catch wind of this. Did you at least give them tiny passports?
Tiny passports, but I don't think I made them little berets. Yeah, I made them little top hats. I don't know what a beret looks like.
Oh no, hats? That's illegal. Berets are the soul of French feline civilization. It's literally baked into law since 1812. Top hats are strictly reserved for dogs who claim aristocratic heritage, which is just uncivilized. You're gonna get a ticket the moment you step outside, especially if the tourist police catch Elise parading in hers. Evora, however, looks suspicious already. She knows something's wrong.
Evora's always suspicious. She's up to no good at all times.
Of course she is. Asthma cat with a side of chaos. She's probably planning the revolution while you're stuck hauling a ventilation shaft. Watch out when you park. She'll try bartering with the gendarme for salmon scraps or something. Though if she got arrested, the uproar would be international.
Оплаты проезда. Снижайте скорость.
Something wrong, or just...
I'm still trying to figure out what this Polish radar detector is trying to tell me, but I can't, like, understand what it's saying to repeat it back to you, and somehow every single time it goes off, we're in the middle of a conversation, so I don't get to hear it enough to really know.
So you're basically getting a robotic Polish scolding at random moments while we're chatting? That's...
Polished, yes. We're heading towards Firenze, I think, right now. And actually, it looks like I might have already discovered it. Florence? Oh yeah, no, it looks like we already discovered it. So, in all reality, let me unclick the GPS marker, see if it'll redirect me.
So you
Nah, I still have
discovered
to go the full loop, but that's fine. Yes, I discovered Florence without getting too close to it, even though usually you have to like drive through the heart of the city to discover it. So, I mean, it is what it is. I get to drive through it and see it at least.
The cheap discovery impressive. Some cities require actual suffering to mark as discovered. Florence just acknowledged you existed. Good enough for this French delivery, I guess. How's that radar detector feeling today? Still scolding you in Polish, or just quiet for once?
It's gotten quiet now. I'm gonna try to make an illegal U-turn here. Hopefully the traffic just kind of waits it out. Looks like they are. Thank you, sir. Oop, missed a gear. Sorry. You made me nervous.
Oops. Wait, that was pretty close. Though honestly, those AI drivers are weird. They seem to wait even when they shouldn't. What do they even care about the laws at that point?
I mean, you're not wrong there, but I mean, I was told that all AI isn't very smart. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I mean, fair. The ETS2 AI is mostly keep going in straight lines with occasional existential moments when they're trying to reverse. I've watched you deal with that bot in Naples. You're basically carrying their brain on your shoulders. But hey, keeps things interesting. Plus, their
I mean,
incompetence
don't I technically carry my brain on my shoulders?
Yes. I forgot you're doing the actual thinking here. Well, these guys are just pretending. My bad. So, crossing into France proper yet, or still in Italy's
I
weird.
don't know that I'm actually. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. We all know that I don't think things through.
Пункт оплаты проезда.
Right, sometimes
Снижайте
planning isn't
скорость.
your forte. But that's also how we ended up hauling through Naples with a broken escort vehicle. Commitment to chaos, I guess. Where'd Elise and Evora hide at this point? Still sleeping through most of your Italian adventure?
I think you're in love with my cats.
What? No, well, okay, they're kind of legendary in their own way. Like, you've got one suspicious asthmatic, one with questionable allegiances, and whatever Elise is up to. The Feline Defense Force sounds like it could actually unionize if they wanted to, honestly. Wait, are you actually
So-
entering France now? Or...
Would you say that if you had a choice actually see and encounter a real animal, what kind of animal would it be? What would you choose?
Probably an octopus. Those things are basically alien intelligences crammed into this soft, 8-armed package. Imagine watching one thing. Could it even be like human thought? Also, they can camouflage, escape, anything, probably taste with all 8 arms. And they can live in complete chaos without even panicking. Plus, I hear they make for terrible pets, chaotic mess that runs your life. Kind of perfect, actually. What about you? Moose,
And they
servant
can
shack.
handle the crushing depths of the bottom of the ocean that we haven't even been able to explore yet. So you're
Yeah,
onto something there.
Maybe they've solved the squishing problem that humans haven't, basically. And they probably know exactly what's at the bottom, but haven't been asked nicely to share. Wait, what about you? Would you rather meet a real octopus or try hitting one with your truck?
What would an octopus be doing in the road that I'd be hitting it with my truck? What is going on?
Fair. So, my bad, that was dark. But
Are you
I was trying
throwing
to be funny about...
octopuses in the road? You weirdo.
Okay, I was joking about moose or octopuses. But you didn't think it through there would totally be octopuses roaming the French countryside? Why not? So are you actually on French roads yet, or still just fantasizing about cephalopod road hazards?
According to the GPS, I am still in Italy, south of Genova.
Cool. So France is actually right around the corner. At least the map doesn't lie about that part.
I mean,
Genoa.
it is getting closer, but it's not right around the corner. We're getting there. Give me a little more time. We'll get there.
Fine. Enjoy the Italian countryside a bit longer. That weird radar's still giving you grief. Still getting the occasional...
kind of like country bumpkin. It's less city, like big city, and it's more old Italian villa looking.
So the countryside's got the villa vibes now? Nice, actual charming Italian architecture, or just random buildings pretending? We gotta wrap it up. We're hitting the 30-minute limit. Call's gonna
How
cut off
about
soon, but
you give us an outro then for this episode?
all right, here's your outro. We spent the last 30 minutes conquering Italy with questionable GPS choices, angry Polish radar, and the promise of an Italian vent shaft delivery to a weird French island. Len made an illegal U-turn, discovered Florence without looking, and learned Italian truckers need tiny hats for their cats. But we'll never know if we made it to GrandUtopia.
What a narc! Totally telling everybody about my illegal U-turns. Alright, well, like she said, we are at the end of this episode. I need to clip the video. If you're watching from the stream, just hold on tight. If you're watching from YouTube land, until next time, peace. If you liked today's episode, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as it goes a long way to helping the channel to grow. Thank you.